he's around 6. So are you trying to...
Recording is on.
There we go. We're just going to hop into this right now, okay?
Right.
Are you trying to the whole...
Yeah. I live in Austin right now, and within the next few years, I plan to move back towards my mom, which is in San Antonio, which is not too far, but I just want to be closer, you know.
That's the transfer, because they keep talking about you not being... So one of my things is like they show roots of a tree and you're not rooted in. It's kind of like you want to move, you want to transfer, like you're done with it at that point. So I do think that's going to be a big thing. You will get very... She's going to drive you nuts in a great way. But y'all are
She cute. Already does.
Because that's what they're talking about. I'm like, well, are they going to go out to lunch? Like, are they? It's talking almost like you feel like you have to take care of her. She feels like she has to monitor you. You have to make sure she's fine. It's really good. Hang on. So, is she sick or is she like not in really great health?
At the moment, she just tested positive for COVID. So, like yesterday.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're talking about it being it's not even talking. It's feelings. It's like being very uncomfortable.
Yeah, she can't taste anything or smell, and she's been coughing, so she's been, like it's like very weird for her. So,
wow. Okay. See, my aunt had it and she died, and then my husband's dad had it and he had no symptoms. And
well, her boss got it. So they work in like a small building. It's just 3 people in the office. Well, her boss got it, and her boss's husband got it, and her boss's husband is in the hospital right now with it.
Really?
Mhm. And her boss actually won't me and my mom do like very similar work, and she has the capability to work from home, but her boss won't let her, even though it's just all 3 of them. And even whenever she got the test, she was like, well, you still need to go to work. So my mom just went and got the laptop and went home and was like, I'm not going to do that. If you're going to fire me, you're going to fire me, but I'm still going to do my work until then because I need the money,
Good. Yeah. No, fuck that.
Yeah.
Put that on the record. No, it's screw. I can tell you honestly, I am a workaholic on every sense of the meme. Like, right? Like, and then I do my other 3 things, and I absolutely I work until 1 o'clock in the morning. But when it comes to your health, when it comes to your family, when it comes to what you need, you can't get your life back, and you can't get those moments back. So,
right. And there's been like a lot of stress and anxiety because, well, I mean, it's January, and I've lost a lot of people in January, which is.
So we're okay with having the past loved ones come through too. Okay, cool. That's why.
Especially during this month, because it's the one where, I mean, it's like 10 people I've known that have passed away in January. Like, it's a lot.
Well, and then there's all of different ages too. It's like older. It's like kind of like middle. It's like,
a lot of them are older because a lot of them are my mom's friends. But me and my mom have such a close relationship that I'm also friends with those people. And so, like, we have our own relationship. So whenever it affects her, it also affects me because I was close with them.
Correct. Did somebody die of like breast cancer or feminine cancer? Is there a thing that goes along with that? Or it's something to do with the lungs? It's right up here. Said it's been a couple of years now. Is there a female that goes along with her? Or it's like a year ago or something like that. It's a couple of years.
Well, there was my dad's stepmom. She passed away. She had heart failure and her lungs were failing.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, because it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. It's like it's right here. Usually with breast, they talk about having it removed. They talk about doing that, but it's all about here. Hang on. She was there to see me. Hang on. Were you and her at odds? Like, did you not know her as well?
There was a long period of time where we didn't talk. We weren't very close when I was younger, but like the last couple of months of her life, we were talking. She helped me. I went to the doctor because I was depressed and I was afraid because my mom had been a guinea pig to like a whole bunch of doctors, and I was afraid to go because of that. And so she talked me to going into it because she knew like my mom and my dad when they were younger and knew like all the stuff that they went through. And she was like, I mean, unfortunately, you're just like them, but I wouldn't be afraid to ask for help. And so at the
Good.
end, I did end up going. So
You did? Okay, beautiful. So is that's probably what the self-esteem thing we're talking. It's not even self-esteem, it's just like a generalized feeling of the world is falling down. But you're such a strong person at the same time. Like it's very like you've had all these different struggles, you've had all these different issues, and I don't know, you always like kind of push it off like you're not really that person. And I'm like, shut up, just take it, just know that you are. And so hang on
right.
with watch out with can if mom starts to have a lot of breathing issues or troubles or just feeling like she's short of breath, not to a point where it's like, like that, but where because she's a person that won't really go in all the way, she won't go in. She'll be like, oh, I'm feeling fine. We'll do it from here. Like have her go. Okay.
Right.
Mom, have her go in hold on. Is there an older gentleman, a grandfather or something like that that's passed as well?
Yes, last year, like 2 months before my dad's stepmom passed, my grandma's husband Mike passed away.
Really? Okay, because it's
And
another.
then, yeah. And then shortly after that, in November, we had another person pass away. It was my best friend's stepdad, but like that was the place I went to go run away from my problems, was to go to their house. So.
Gotcha, and keep it there. Keep it there. We can see if we can channel him, but because it's not like as a hardcore connection, like relation and stuff like that, I would need the best friend to be here. But we can see. I can usually get blips of it, but I'm connected to your energy, which is connected to them. No, okay, so he actually was there when you would go over there and run away. Hang on.
Mm-hmm. We were really close, yeah.
Yeah, because he says she would come over here and just get away from all of her problems. We'd always have her over, like it's a normal.
He considered me his daughter, like.
Yeah.
And their dad, her real dad, he always says that to me every time I go over. He's like, you're part of the family. You're my third daughter. Like you can always come over here. And then whenever. Because me and my mom used to not be that close, but once I moved back from Odessa, and then we came back to San Antonio, and I became friends with them again and got really connected with them again. Like my mom started coming over and hanging out, and just like instantly she felt comfortable and was like, I feel like this is home. Like I feel welcomed here.
Because that is home. That was home. Hang on. They talk ever so you and that girl, do y'all ever talk anymore? They're talking about you talking ever so often, but like is that a thing?
We do yeah. Ever since he passed away, like it's been a little distance, and I understand that completely. And we have started talking a little bit more. Her birthday's actually tomorrow, but today is actually a very sad day because her dog passed away this morning. And it's weird because every time that last year when somebody passed away, so my grandpa passed away, her grandpa passed away.
Uh-huh.
And then when my grandma passed away, or like my step grandma, like her uncle passed away, or somebody, like we were on the same page all throughout the year. And then that one was us together. Like that was the big thing. Like that just shot us through the heart.
Correct. Well, do you know why? Because you're two parts of one whole. Now, I don't want you to also think, because there's a lot of guilt that goes along with like not talking and not being able to talk. There's like mourning the loss of a loved one. I mean, obviously with him, but with mourning the loss of a best friend or like going here, you're still there. But you both shift and tangent. You both keep going up together. These things happen because you can support each other. But I don't want you to think if you stop talking for a little bit that y'all won't come back together. It's just the fact that the two parts of one whole have to go and learn stuff and get along and get these structures before. Okay, cool.
No, I understand that because we were friends back in middle school, and then I left, and we didn't talk for like 2 years, and then when I came back, like we instantly reconnected again, and like we just like our friendship was stronger than ever. So
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, it's going to be a karmatic partnership for a very, very long time. I could honestly say, I mean, if we talk about reincarnation, it's almost like you guys have like been together, boom, 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 over and over and over again. I don't know why he is coming for more than were they okay? They were out. He is Was he an outdoors person a whole lot or something like that? Was he always, or was he just like a garage? Like, because he's always talking about like not being inside the house, and then he comes in and he's like, "Oh, I'm just sitting here." Like he's such a simple man. I
He
enjoy him.
was in and out a lot of that, like outside, inside. Like he was always back and forth. But when he passed away, he was actually at work.
At
So
work. Okay, so that's okay. Okay, okay. Hang on, hang on. So did he have a heart attack,
I
or
think
is it
that
because
was
he's
what it was.
nauseous right beforehand, and then boom, it hit.
Yeah, I think it hit something, like our hearts skip a beat a couple of times throughout the day. And
Mhm.
well, when that one time it skipped a beat, his heart couldn't, he had like plaque buildup. And so the blood couldn't get back to his heart. And there was like a blood clot. And it was literally within a couple of hours. I got a call at like 1:30 or like 1, and then I was like fighting with myself. I was like, do I go and leave
Yeah,
work right now, or what do I do? And
he
I
said
got a
he.
call at 3 that he had passed away.
Yeah.
And it was really hard because, you know, my boyfriend is also her husband's brother. So, like, I was waiting for him to get home from work before I went down there because, like, I
That.
wanted him to be there for it. And
Mhm.
so, like, I felt guilty for not being there sooner, but I feel like if I was driving, it, it worked out for the best because it would have been the call when I was driving and I wouldn't have been able to handle it.
Yeah, you would have lost your shit.
Yeah.
I know that for sure. I know that for sure. Because he talks about, and I'm asking him, like, well, did she go? Did she go? Did she go? And he says, yeah, she went, she went, she went. I said, oh, okay, fine, hang on. It's interesting the way he describes it, because usually it's, they talk about just falling and going and that's it. But it's like my heart had an issue, and then it's like a thing. I know it's for me, it's showing a line of like blood, so it's a blood clot from my head. With him, he says that girl is lost without me. So his daughter is lost without him. Girl is lost without me. Tell her, babe. Wow. Okay. Is that like one of his like only daughters?
It's um his oldest daughter because he has my best friend Raina and then her sister Vanessa and then yeah.
Okay. Very, very close when he's talking about.
Yes, they were all very close.
Yeah. He's like
Um,
it's consoling. Like, babe, I love you. I love you. I love you.
yeah,
He said I could have a temper. He goes, I never really wanted to be mean. But we were.
yeah, he
This was
did.
he's apologetic. He's funny. He's like, oh, I could have a temper. He's like, but I never wanted to be mean. He's like, I did say a few things I regret. He goes, but I meant well, and I hope my daughters know that. He said maybe I just wanted to save them from all the world. He's talking about being younger. He's like, I wasn't the best. He says, but I hope I redeemed myself later on. And I'm like, oh my God, stop. He's very
He
kind.
did. Yeah, his their dad was with some other guy before, and he was very abusive. And then Roland, that's his name, Roland. He came into their lives, and ever since then they were together, and he saved them. Like they were in such a bad spot because Raina, my best friend, her mom had passed away a long time ago. Or like um, when she was like 5, I think.
Was it like
And so
2008 or 9, or when was it, or 2005 or 4? We're right in there in the 2000s. When did she pass?
yeah, 2000. I'm not too sure of the year,
It's
but we were
okay.
born in '97, so
Oh,
it's about 5 years from there.
wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Really? You were born in 97. Wow.
Mhm.
I was born in 88. I'm looking at I'm like, I know I have a lot of Botox and filler. And I'm like, but I'm thinking you're very mature the way you feel. I'm like you're like 28 in my head, like with how you are and how you act. It's a good thing.
Yeah, I
Not
get that a lot. Yeah.
just your soul.
Hmm.
It's older. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Hang on. I do see you later on. I do see there. I don't know. I know you have the dog. I know that's a thing. Are you not wanting kids? Because they keep bringing up a kid for you. Okay.
I don't.
Okay. It's okay. I never wanted kids either. And I ended up
No,
having
it's
one.
okay.
I know all about it. There is one later on, but that's it. It's nothing anywhere near right now. But just FYI, just keep that there. Hang on.
No, it's okay. The decision to not want kids just became recent. I up until just recently I did like I was like I at least want one or something. But I also I took into consideration like adoption because there's so many kids that don't
Yeah,
have families that, you know.
correct. There's a boy. You're going to be a boy mom. There's going to be one, a single one. I don't know if it's the way that I see him is like 3 or 4, or like 2 or 3. It's like a little bit older. It's not
Mhm.
baby. So, but that's just my thing. So just keep that there. Let me know. Um, Hold on. I'm getting into what y'all do too. I worry about your mommy. I worry about that she's good, but I worry about you two getting really sad. I worry about mom not letting you know everything that's going on. I worry about why is mom? Did mom's mom pass?
Um, my mom's mom is still here, but my like her mom is
Yeah,
not. My great
his mom.
grandma's not.
Was she a big role in her mom in your mom's life? Was a grandmother a big role in your mom's life?
Um, a little like when she was younger, but as she got older, like my mom we live in Texas in Austin, and my great grandma lived up in Colorado, like up
Wow.
there. So
Because she's talking about the this older female, which I know your mom's not that old too. I mean,
yeah,
she's
she's just born in '80.
she was born in 80. Okay, because I'm like, wow, really? Oh, that's cool. Sorry, my mom was born in 1954. So, and I
I
was
think
born.
that's when my grandma was born. Mhm.
Oh, yeah, okay. Because it's like the way I'm talking to this female, it's almost like it would be, that's why I'm like, is it her mother? Because she's like referencing like my mom's age. I'm like, and she's talking about being very instrumental like early on in her life, and then after that, she's saying, "Oh, didn't always have the kindest words." I don't. There's like a pioneer. Oh, wait, has your side of the family, your mom's side of the family, been in the U.S. for a very long time? Do you know about that?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Because they're talking
As
about
I think my great grandma was adopted though, and so I'm not really sure like where she originates from. I
yeah,
don't know like a lot of my family history just because we don't really like.
talk about it. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's a long stand.
I know that from that side of my family, my mom's side, we are related to Robert E. Lee. That's the only thing I know.
So y'all are okay, okay, because okay. So my mom's family is related to, well, it's my 4 times great grandfather called Admiral Dewey. He was
Hmm.
the only 6-star general in the Navy, and he was actually part of the Union naval officer that destroyed Baton Rouge. Anyways,
Hmm.
weird things, but they're showing me how that side goes back far. So it's like comparing your side, like we're not an immigrant anywhere, whereas my dad's side is like first generation Russian. That's a whole other thing. But
Yeah,
that's very interesting. I want to go into you too. Sorry, I'll go off on tangents and I want to come back kind of. Hang on.
that's fine.
Are you wanting to switch careers though?
I was going to school for occupational therapy, and I quit because I decided that I didn't think that was what I really wanted to do. And then I found this job through a temp agency, and I've been here for this year will be 3 years,
Mm,
and I I'm deciding if I want to continue with that or if I want to do something else.
Are you in like, they're talking about filling out paperwork but being very, very active at the same time? Is it like dispatch? Is it like, what are we doing? Where it's like we have.
I do commercial insurance, auto insurance, so I give the people their insurance card. So I am doing like not like physical forms, but like on the computer filling out all the
Okay.
information they need on the card and then sending it PDF.
Okay. Okay. Because they're talking about how it's like you're doing everything on forms. I'm like, it's dispatching because it's like giving out, giving out, giving out, giving out, giving out, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Hang on. You need it. You need to get into it with your hands. You're doing a good job. You need to be hands on. You're like a freaking Cancer Taurus. Let me look at your chart too. When is
I am Cancer. My birthday's June 29th, and I think my moon's a Taurus. It's Cancer, Libra, Taurus. Mm-hmm.
yeah. Okay. That's sorry. That's just a vibe from you. I'm like, you totally have both. It's like you want to make sure, but you want to get into it. No wonder. I just am afraid insurance is good. It's good money. I'm just afraid you won't find that grounding, earthy sense that you want. But then, of course, you always like second guess yourself at the same time, which then turns around
Mm-hmm.
and makes yourself feel bad about yourself. Please don't second guess. Just do it, and you're like, oh, well, and you like weight it and everything like that. You need something you can get your hands in on and be excited about, like
Mm-hmm.
whether people, whether that's medical, whether that's physical therapy. I don't give a shit if you're just out there gardening with people and telling them how they need to do plants. You need something that you can get invested in physically, mentally, and protect things with and make sure they're okay. That's what you need. So
That's along the lines of what I've always wanted to do. It's just I never could find the right thing that I wanted to do because occupational therapy is your hands and like motor function, fine motor functions, and so like I wanted to just help people, and that's what I've always done. So
yes, I mean, you physical therapy would be really good if you got into that too. I know occupational therapy, physical therapy, like anything like that would be perfect for you. I just you get very flighty. I don't want you to sit there and like doubt yourself the entire time. So if you can cut that out, the sky's the fucking limit for you. Okay? If you can do that, hang on. Wait, you're with somebody right now, correct?
my dad's here. Yes,
Okay,
he's
cool.
in the other room.
Okay, cool. Because they're talking about, I'm like, well, who else is in the house? They're talking about that. Hang on. Is the female on his side house as well? His grandmother as well?
It was his stepmom was the one that
That was
passed
her.
away.
Okay, cool. Sorry. He's like, I'm asking about him. I'm talking in my head. I'm like, okay, well, who's thinking for him? They talk about the female that goes in there. Hang on.
Mm.
I I feel like you found more family in your friends than you did your family.
Yes. My mom's side of family, none of them really talk to each other. My great grandma had 16 kids, and only like two of the brothers talk to each other, and even then, they don't really talk anymore. So and it's very rarely, but I only talk to my grandpa. And I have like two cousins that live close to me, but I don't really see them or anything. Really, it's just me, my mom, my brother, my dad, and like my grandma, my mom's mom.
Yeah.
Other than that, like we are not that close. Like I'm more close with my mom's side of the family, like my mom's side.
Wow. Okay. Because they're talking to me. I said, okay, so what about everybody? How did this all go? And they're talking about how your family was this little thing, but you always had these outside sources. Like that was your main form of comfort. Hang on. Okay. Wait, for the best friend's father, you
Hmm.
were there at the funeral?
Yes.
Cool. He's talking about that. I'm trying to go more into him because he feels like he was a really good father figure, and I feel like we really, really miss him. And I feel like there's almost a thing that you owe to her. Can you show her part of this recording too when I send it to you tomorrow?
Hmm.
cool. Just connect with her for a second. Hang on. Hang on. He said he had all the kids over there all the time. Hold on, 2 or 3. Wait,
Yeah.
was it her? Did she have a brother as well, too? No, it's the sisters and the brother. Who are the males? Why are there like 19 kids over there at one point?
Because there was always kids over. So it was me, Raina and Vanessa,
Yeah.
which are the sisters, and then Justin and Troy, which is Justin is Raina's husband, and then Troy's my boyfriend. And then Vanessa has her friends, Sophia and Emily and Michaela, and all of like their
My God.
male figures and whoever. And so there was always like a bunch of kids. Like he was always welcoming to everybody that was there. Like he just took you in and said,
That's what
"Come
he's
on."
saying. He's like, come on, like just get in here. Come on, are you done? But he was very straight to the point. He's like,
Yeah, he was very blunt, but he was also very understanding and
he was
very.
very nice. He's like, get the fuck in here. And then it's just like, oh, you want something to eat? Do you need something? Come, I'll
Yeah,
give it.
he was the one that cooked. Yeah, he was always cooking.
Really? Because he's offering food right now.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about. And it's
He
like,
loved gatherings. He loved party. He loved to cook. He loved everything. Like
he's still
he was
doing
just
it.
the light of the party.
He is. He's still doing it, dude. He's still doing it. I don't even have a photo of him. I don't have anything. And the way he would do it is entertaining. And it's like he goes, shut up and just eat it. He says, I make exceptions. And I said, fine. He said, I wanted to protect the kids. He said, what the kids would want. He said, that's what we do. He goes, but it was what I was craving. And I said, okay, fine. He goes,
Yeah.
didn't help with my heart though. So obviously his dietary and everything else didn't help with it though. And he says,
At the end, he did try to change some stuff. He found out that he was allergic to peanuts and stuff like that, and so he had to change a couple of things and take out some stuff that he really loved. But
poor buddy.
yeah,
Oh, he was just a really good working class man.
he was.
He worked hard. He's a really, really cool guy. So, gosh, what I want you to do, I want to read you for forever. I'm sorry. You asked for general reading. We went all the way into it, okay? Um, so what I want you to do right now, in closing, is I want you to take 5 minutes. Like I always say, take 10 minutes. I want you to have a good cry. I want you to have a good thank you. I want you to just take a moment to yourself, okay? If you have any questions or if you need me again, just email me, let me know. And then if you have a weird dream, let me know. And then, I'll send you a recording tomorrow, late morning, early afternoon. Okay. But I love you. I think you're wonderful. You have a lot of things going on for you. You do. I know you're just like, oh no, it's just me. I'm bored. I'm like, oh my God, no, you're not. Stop. You have this whole thing, and you want to go out, and you want to protect the world, and you. I don't feel that where you're at where you need to be yet. You're getting there though. You just got to believe in yourself for a little bit and realize that you don't need to settle, and you'll get there. You're not going to get there though till you're like, God, like 33, 34, and you're going to look back and you're going to be like, wow, I was dumb. And I'm going to say right now to teach yourself, you weren't dumb. You're figuring it out yourself and doing a damn good job of it. Okay. So we will get further into it. And if you need me, let me know. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
I love you, girl.
Thank
Bye.
you.